Hey everybody, welcome to DadsDen of Pop Culture. Little toy video today. Got a couple deliveries over the last week or two. And I figured, you know what, I'll combine these two little toy reviews into one video. Because, I only do a few videos a week and you got to schedule it, you know. So, we have Rom the Space Knight from Hasbro. We got Super Friends Green Lantern from McFarlane Toys. Space Knight, Space Cop. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at each of these. First in package, in turn. So you can get a nice look. This is the Rom packaging. Marvel Legends looks like a kind of a comic book there, number one. Rom Space Knight. Comic accessory. Accessoire inspiré de BD. Okay, in other words, we don't need to do the French translation, but point is, you have a little Rom number one in there. Great. Okay, so you get an idea. What's the back look like? We see, when it gets, there we go. We see Marvel's Banshee, Rom, Ultimate Miles Morales, Ultimate Iron Man, Adam Warlock, and I don't know, is that pronounced Dakin? It's from like Dark Avengers. I'm old, so I don't even know what that stuff is, to be completely honest. We get a little bit of a bio on Rom that is kind of hard to read, but it's in several languages. In Rom number one, the Space Knight Rom tracks the vile, dire wraiths across the cosmos, arriving on Earth to continue his pledge to defeat them. Okay. Very nice. Now let's take a look at Super Friends Green Lantern. And I had to look for a minute because I'm going, okay, did this thing get a little messed up? No. That white there, that's supposed to be there. And I'm going, oh, is this blurry or is it just because I took my glasses off? It's because I took my glasses off. Super Friends, we get the sort of rainbow design. I grew up on the Super Friends. And the reason I got Green Lantern, in particular, because Jose Luis Garcia-Lopez art. The reason I went for Green Lantern was because in a particular season, they did change the lineup a little bit here and there. He was, without a doubt, my favorite character. And in fact, he was the character that all of us kids fought over on the playground in elementary school. We were all watching Super Friends, of course. So recess, we go out, we're going to play. And you'd think Superman, Batman, no. For some reason, Green Lantern was huge at my school. And I don't know if it was, I think it was because he has the power ring that can do anything you imagine you can create. I guess that's what really got us interested. All right. There's going to be a flash here, and we're going to have these guys out of their packages so we can take an even closer look at both of them. So hold on. Here it comes. And here they are out of their packaging. Rom, the Green Lantern. Let's look at some of the stuff that comes with these guys first. With Green Lantern, we get this kind of a little trading card. Collect them all. Batman, Lex Luthor, Green Lantern, Riddler, and Sinestro. And we get this green baseball bat. Obviously, this would be one of his energy constructs. And we also get, I don't know if I can get this thing close up enough so it isn't blurry, but we get one of their little Super Friend communicators. So not too bad. Now with Rom, we get a little bit more. As I mentioned, we get the Rom number one comic book issue. And that is, as you can see, sort of hard. We get a blast that you can attach to one of his two weapons. Now, if I remember correctly, and it's been a little while, I mean, the whole point of the Rom, or the original Rom toy, was that you could put these different weapons, in his hands, and they would light up in different ways. And one of them would like detect if dire wraiths were around. One of them would shoot them off into a sort of another dimension to get rid of them. And I think he had other items. One of them, I think, is a translator. People would often be afraid of him because they'd think he was firing some kind of destructo ray at them, when in fact he was just trying to scan them. Okay. We also get a couple hand change outs for Rom. Interestingly enough, in the early Rom comics, he is quite large. So you could actually look at these two as being, definitely within the same scale. I don't know if that's actually intentional. I mean, it's not intentional. Hasbro and McFarlane didn't get together on this, but, this could be about the sizes of the two characters. So let's take a look first at the old Green Lantern, Hal Jordan. This is the original. Let's bring him up nice and close. There we go. We got the mask. We got the symbol. We got the stuff. Yeah. There's the rear. Okay. Very nice. Side and side. So we got the arms moving. Ooh. Okay. Now that, all right. It's a little wonky moving it forward and backward. It goes up and down pretty nicely though. Bends at the elbows. We're going to turn at the waist. And again, this is just right out of the package. Sometimes they have to loosen up a little bit. Bend at the knee. Okay. So not bad. And you could do a little posing with this guy. Let's take a look at Rom, the Space Knight. Okay, now, very, very muscular thighs. Very important. Now, the original toy was pretty overall smooth. Of course, they made changes for the wonderful comic book series. The head turns, obviously. You get most of the movement you would expect from the arms. Okay, there's the backpack. Legs will also go out. I don't know that. Yeah, Hal Jordans will not do that. Bend at the knees, bend at the feet. Okay. So, what you would expect. I think you could have fun posing this character, too. I think they'll both work pretty well in that regard. Oh, I see. I got his... Oh, hold on a second. Oh, let's see. Okay. Yeah, it seemed like I had it all cockeyed, but I guess not. Let's get a closer look, though, at these weapons. You got this sort of red, sort of translucent plastic going there. Got this dude, too. Okay. So we could... Now, of course, he would generally just have one weapon at a time. Actually, that hand's not gonna really hold anything. So that actually makes sense because he really could only manifest one weapon at a time. And boy, it does not really want to do that. All right, there's a little cut there because it took a minute to get this in the hand. It actually works pretty good. I was just a little bit off. So you get the idea here. With this weapon, dead or alive, you're coming with me. No, that's not the right guy. All right, so there we go. Rom and the Green Lantern, McFarlane Toys, Hasbro, Marvel Legends. Nice jobs. I like them. I like, nice, clean, minimalist for Green Lantern, which makes sense. For the Super Friends, Alex Toth did a lot of designs for it. Obviously, he was big into minimalism. Rom, a little more complicated, but a nice piece of work. These will look good on the shelf with other characters. So there you have it. Rom and the Green Lantern. New releases. I like them both. They didn't go overboard on the accessories, which I think is really for the best. And, those are little nice touches, but they didn't go too far. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Maybe think of subscribing, sharing with a friend. But until next time, God bless everybody. Please be kind to one another. Have a little bit of fun out there, and I will see you again, hopefully soon, in Dad's Den of Pop Culture. Bye-bye.